I wish good thing to you who watch this. I am Helix, one of the Hong Kong Carcassonne player on Board Game Arena. So today I am going to capture the second episode of the series. How was I beaten by Carcassonne Master? And this time I'm trying to show you one of my game against one of the very strong player, IMD5, a Mexican player who have been playing Carcassonne for many games. You can see the game history is around 4,000 something game and being on the 45th position on the worldwide on a ELO rating on Board Game Arena. So among all his game I play with him, by the way, for myself I only play around 700 games so far. So the total number of experience in order the number of games, IMD5 is my senior, which I'm still a very junior player. So today I'm going to show one of the match that after the match, of course it is a match that about how I was beaten, because that's how this series talking about. So I have been playing 3 games with him so far. One of the game I win luckily, but yeah, I'm not going to show that game. I'm going to show the second game, which I was lose, and then after I lost, I talked to him in private chat, and I am very lucky, not because I win or I lost. I'm very lucky that I am able to learn something from him about my mistake and about why I lose and how I could have won this game. And that's what I want to share to you in this particular video. So get started. So I will move very fast for the normal trivial move or the move that nothing special. So I won't talk every single step in the game. I will more focus on what the mistake I made. So in this game, I am using the blue meeple, and my opponent, the Mexican expert IMD5, are using bad meeple. So this is a counter monarchy spot, and yeah, and also some normal move. So I think the main advice from my opponent after the game is that I should be more careful about not getting my meeple into trap. I mean, not getting multiple of my meeple being trapped too easily. So this is the first point that I am taking certain risks to stacking up 2 of my monarchy together, given the fact that I am well aware both everything really easy to get boarded. So for example, this particular monarchy can be boarded with the bad monarchy, which is fine because it is a 1v1 fight. Yeah, but from this step onward, which means that the competition of 2 monarchy is more eager on the blue side but not on the black side. This is not about the mistake I made, it's about the prerequisites of the future explanation. So let's see what it goes. So far this just some standard protection, standard defense, creating blocking platform, and I'm trying to attack the city, something like that. So far I think both the player in the mid game, I mean in the early to mid game in this stage, are quite competitive. I don't feel like at this moment either of us are in very bad. I mean, is in a disadvantage. So the city on the left are almost shared. The city on the bottom, I mean the big city on the bottom of the blue side, a little bit risky, but it's not yet chaptered, and the 2 cap on the bad meeple are kind of constrained. And this is the moment that I may need more time thinking more thoughtfully, because uh, I move very fast at that moment without too deep thinking about what is the best way to do. But actually, there are three different spots to put this world monarchy. So as you know what I mean, I assume. I mean this one, and this one, and this one. All the three spots can be an option to fit in the world monarchy, although the spot I chose, which is stacking three monarchy together as a world, seems to be kind of trivial because usually when you're stacking three monarchy with your meeple and with enough meeple, which I at the moment I play this move, I have two meeple. So basically it is quite straightforward. I should use my meeple onto the monarchy, but the discussion here, I mean, the whole point of this video is talking about whether there are better moves to avoid the defeat of this game, because after the fact, the outcome of this game is I lose. So at this particular moment, should I think a little bit further before I just put it here? What is the benefit to put my monarchy meeple here in this position A? I mean, why is so thick? Let me change the thickness of the pencil. I mean, am I using something? It's quite annoying that I cannot even draw certain. Anyway, so A instead of B or C. Okay. So after the fact, since I'm now recording a video to teach something, now after the match, I do believe B and C are actually better move than I mean both B or C. Either of them are better move than A. So first of all, the square here I paste here is a square the square of both monarchy. I mean the bad monarchy here and the blue monarchy here. Both of them are sharing this square. So by filling up this square, it's both helping the blue monk to come back and also the bad monk to come back. But the bad monk will come back first because bad monk only need one more extra square to come back. But blue monk is still need a lot of square. So based on this fact, of course, this is not an advantage to my people. I mean, the reason why people like stacking monarchy is because the monarchy help the monarchy one another, but you are also, as I'm also helping the bad monarchy, it is no good. And on considering the point of the new monk, actually all the three position A, B, C are 6-pawn move. So I don't think there's a necessity to put it here compared to the other two spots. And even worse, as putting a monk here is competing the role of the bad role, which is super bad, because if I'm putting in a B position here, I'm pre-building my blue role instead of the bad role. And why, with a certain chance that I can pre-build my own role, I pre-build the other my opponent's role instead, then that is a huge mistake, right? And also, why I say this move A is even worse than the move C is because the move C somehow can pre-fill a gap that the bad monk, I mean the next monarchy, would be perfectly fit for bad. So let's imagine whoever the next player who draw a not a pure monarchy without a wall, of course that person, no matter it's blue or bad, will put it somehow here as to stacking up all the monarchy. I mean even bad would do so because bad would not net blue to, I mean now there are 4 monarchy already on the board, so the next monarchy would be the 5th monarchy somehow. Then the 5th monarchy, if not putting here, then the 6th monarchy will put here. So that would not allow me to put there. So very likely that will put this monarchy here. And which means that this monarchy spot is quite crucial. Whoever would drop the 5th or 6th monarchy would, with meeple, then we'll put it here. So why not put it right now? because the square spot here is not essential. That the main monarchy I should focus is not the monarchy on the bottom. The main monarchy I should focus is the monarchy on the top, which is the monarchy that is not using the common share square. And the common share square that I paste the monarchy there actually is a share square of two bad meeple, the wool meeple and the monarchy meeple. So keeping that square bot is in my favorite, is in my favor, but now I'm feeling it, and so this is one of the mistake that cost me the game. And furthermore, this is not what my opponent advised me to improve. Furthermore, the main thing I make the situation even worse and lose the game with the monarchy advantage is because I do something kind of like this. So this move, first of all, is a curve. So there are a lot of good use of curve because again, I can have ABC choice, and this is choice A, the one I put, and there will be choice B like the normal choice here, putting it onto the curve and to fit in my row, or the choice C to go out and fill up the row monarchy spot to avoid my opponent to use it as a row monarchy, or something like that, or at least I need to get my curve away. I mean, my row meeple somehow need a way out. So there are other choice. I mean, it's not because I don't have any better usage of this curve, so I put it kind of here. So the reason I chose it to put it here is obviously, as you can see, very straightforward. I want to check this 2-pawn move back meeple by make it harder to finish, and eventually if the a few moves later, if I come up with some lucky tile, I may be able to check it and make this total square being full blocked, because the T shift crossbow here is out. So I want to full block that back roll meeple, and that's why I'm doing something like that. And also I am not worried that this blue row cannot be connected. I mean, of course, now the blue straight row right now only have 2 pawns is super bad. That's why it is essential for the blue row to be extended at least to here to add 4 more pawns. By putting something like this, it can somehow pre-build the row and make sure it will be prolonged instead of being blocked by others. But actually, no one would ever put something blocking me. So this is not something that because I want to protect the long row, so I put it here, because this doesn't make sense. The more makes sense move is just fill it in here. But the main thing why I say this is absolutely a wrong or a mistake or a bad idea to do is not because of all this. It's mainly because of the potential attack from here, like this. As you can see, when back get a city tile, he can put something here and check all 3 of my monarchy meeple. So when people are trying to, I mean, when any player are trying to stacking up monarchy, the one of the most dangerous threat is of course the share square, I mean share adjacency square among all the monarchy. Okay, so before the 2 move, I mean before I put this curve and before I put this, before the opponent put this city cap, I should have been thinking long enough. I that's my duty to think that I need to protect the square of this 1, 2, 3 more, which is only these 2 square. I mean this square and this square, and this square is much essential than any other square in the world. I mean in the entire board. I should not let this square be bothered. But by putting a curve facing up like this, yeah, this makes me in to a very easy being trapped, partial border. As you can see, the white-handed dagger, this one is already one of them is already there, so I need the remaining two of them in order to fill it here. But before I grab the remaining two dagger, there is many chance that the bad player can do just two moves to kill me. Okay, so this is absolutely bad idea to put a curve like this, while I can have a better use of the curve either here or there, or even I can move it one more, one square up in order to protect the essential share of my free monarchy. So this is how I entangle my meeple and lose the game. Entangle my meeple is not a big problem. Entangle my meeple and then annoying the square share to be blocked. Allowing my opponent using only one move to partially block, or three move to fully block my shared key square is the reason I keep losing against this Great Master IMD5. So let's see what happens next. Of course, later I connect my row, as I say, and then I fail to fulfill my requirement to block the back meeple after the attempt of tank move, but instead back can continue his objective to kill my square very easily, as he is using the correct orientation, which is the city facing up. And based on this fact, I cannot do much but only to defend the attacking square. The only thing I could do at the moment I draw the straight line is to defend the city cap attack, but eventually the back square can still kill me by using something like this, right? So that is pretty horrible. And although it looks like this white-handed dagger still have two remaining on the deck, on the upcoming 40 tiles. But the point is not whether or not there are two dagger or three dagger remaining. It's about how easy, within 3-4 moves, my opponent can kill me. Now it is kind of easy, even with my defending straight line. As you can see, later on I need to spend a couple of moves just for protecting it. Like this. This is a shield tile with a triangle, which can be good. There is a lot of good use elsewhere, like protecting my own city from the back invasion here, for example. But I need to raise it here in order to prevent the attacking move I just mentioned. Prevent this from happening. The left-handed dagger attack to trap this key square. So that's why this is a big disaster. After I mistakenly used this curve, and even though I still got kind of luck in the upcoming move to get back the monks, but I already lose a lot of good moment, or good use of my tile in order to keep protecting stuff. And back draw the key critical square, critical tile of the white-handed dagger earlier than I do, so I only have one remaining critical white-handed dagger to save my spot. And if I didn't draw it, then I lose the game. And now after all, I can draw it, but I still lose the game. But that's the lesson, the heavy lesson I need to learn. And somehow in the mid game, as I'm fast forwarding and didn't talk much, but you can see that the bad player intentionally use this kind of wall to attack the other of my big city here, in order to make sure that I need this key dagger in other places. The same remaining white-handed dagger, I need it in two places, which means that I need to admit the disease of either 3 monks or 2 monks. I mean the third monks are not likely to compete anyway, or disease of the big city. So anyway, this is the problem of tangling everything up. And by this moment, you can see due to the fact that I am tangling everything up, I mean, you can see these 5 blue meeple are somehow in a straight line. I mean, if I'm not paying Carcassonne, if I'm paying bingo, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bingo, then I already win the game. But unfortunately, I'm not paying bingo. So yeah, that's kind of all 7 blue meeple kind of get things stuck and cause me a very low score on the scoreboard. I only have 2 points, and this one I have 21 points, and it is kind of a very big problem to me. So yeah, I think the main lesson learned is already there, but I will just keep going and let you see how the game eventually turn out. So I try my best to get back at least 1 meeple by completing a share feature. But the meeple advantage of that keep him very good position. And in the late game, or when there's a 19 tile remaining, I got the critical tile and I need to decide whether to free up my monks or to complete my big city. And I decided to free up my monk because that I think I need many meeple back as soon as possible, and also I need that meeple to do the gamble of the monarchy in order to come back and win, because this key square of monarchy I think is very essential. So I want my meeple back, and also I want to capture this small square. I am not sure whether this is a correct move or not, because at that moment the field is not farmed. So by completing this square, I make this farm become a 9-point farm, and it could become another horrible problem if my opponent farm earlier than I do. And also I creating another long row, so I'm including inviting my opponent for a lucky completion of some good feature. So maybe by completing my big city here and get my point without creating so many variants, I could have a little bit better in order to come back. But yeah, who knows what would happen next. So my decision by that time is to get 1 monarchy back and hope for the another 2 monarchy coming back soon, but with the price of giving this super long mode to my opponent, which means that the 4-point city I just complete is being countered by the 6-point mode he just complete. And yeah, that's actually quite a bunch of mistakes so far. By making this mistake, I keep getting lucky tile later, like this splitting up and stuff like that. I do not have enough time to come back and win the game. And you see, he can even grab another longbow and farm and stuff like that. So in short, regardless of the common practice that I am able to draw a lot of good monarchy and even stacking up those good monarchy and getting the lucky tile to finish the key square, and even if I get bothered, but still I lose the game due to the fact that I have my meeple getting stuck for such a long time, and eventually I need to do the famous gamble of the lucky spot. I mean the 9-point monarchy spot somehow, and in order to make some difference, I mean to come back from the scoreboard difference. But that time I mean in this very bad, I mean, even I luckily draw the monarchy, I don't have meeple. So everything has screwed up since the move. I put this curve there and allowing, I mean, welcoming an attack from the back to do something like this, the puzzle block of a key square. So this is one of the mistake I make very often. The reason why I say I make very often is because even in the next game, I mean the game I play with IMD5, there is another third game between me and IMD5, and after I lose a game with only 4 point difference, I kind of quite lucky. I mean, the game I just showed you, and then the next game I continue to see. I mean, this kind of behavior keep coming. I mean, I even want to show you the game I win is also not quite good. I mean, not looking good. Although I win, but it's purely because of my luck. So let's see. This is the game I win. I mean, the first game I played with IMD5. Even though I win this game, but I am also making similar mistake about trapping my multiple meeple into single dangerous square. So I think the the moment is coming soon. Let's see. I remember it's related to a monarchy. Yeah, this one. So at this moment, I don't think the tiles placement is a mistake because the tile I just play, I mean the horizontal splitter, placing underneath the monarchy is to protect the sheer square of my big wound, I mean, or my big city in the monarchy. But the meeple placement here is a mistake. And the reason why it's a mistake is just shown by my opponent immediately. So I'm trying to meeple something which is within the farm of the bed. I mean that is a farmer here somehow, and I try to meeple this thing that I actually do not really intend this thing into a small city because it's acting a farm pawn. But instead I am trying to meeple it and put myself into danger by something this like this may happen. I mean, it's not essentially lucky by my opponent because my opponent can draw any kind of triangle tile or big tile. I mean, the triple city tile or the yeah, there's no quadruple city, but many different tile can put me into this kind of position. And when I get into this position, similar to the game I just shown, I only get this one. I mean, one of the left-handed dagger is already out, so I only have 2 chances to go away before I get fully bought. And essentially, I almost get fully bought after a few moves. So you can see the next move, Bear already tried to attack me. And I didn't get fully bought because I luckily draw this defensive square, but this is very unlikely to happen because there are only 10 moves about, I mean 10 different tiles that would have a city facing downward while the wall facing left. So this is not a usual tile. I have a lot, I mean in the remaining deck there are more tiles that with no walls than the tiles with walls. Okay, so this is just kind of fortunate. I get escaped by defending it, and eventually I can get out of the trouble and win the game. But I unnecessarily put myself in this trouble by reporting something that is not really key value on the square. So the lesson learned from the master IMD5, and try not to put yourself in a dangerous position. I mean, it is okay to setting up your different feature, but don't let there any chance for anyone, I mean your opponent, to place one single tile and then trap 2 meeple into one dangerous board. And especially when that dangerous board can become fully boarded within 3 moves. Okay, so if this cannot come out, I mean, even these two example, I mean, both this game, those meeple did get out before the end game. I already lose a lot of time by lack of meeple. Like for example, due to the trap, I don't have meeple to meeple this juicy 9-pawn monarchy and lose this game. So yeah, bear in mind, learn from my mistake. Don't stacking up your feature and at the same time inviting attack from your opponent. So hope this tutorial gives you some lesson and that you learn something from it. Thank you for watching. I may see you soon.